Good morning, students. Ready for geography class? So, today's class is going to be a bit interesting because I have an activity planned for y'all. So, in this activity, y'all will be split into groups, so y'all can choose your own groups. And y'all have to each research on the type of soil and crops. I'll give you all certain criterias. And as a group, you'll have to research and then present it in class. Sounds interesting, no? Okay, so y'all can go ahead with your groups and I'll give you time in class discuss as well as y'all can go home, discuss and present it to me next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Scene 2. So the students go back to their houses and meet online to discuss further about the group activity that was given to them by their teachers.
So yeah, so these are the topics, and for us, we're going to be researching about alluvial soil. I can go to the field.
Okay, guys, we can go on our individual topics and come back with the information.
Okay.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
The students are done with their presentation and are all set to present it to their teacher in class. At school.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, students. Are you all ready to present your presentation to me today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. You all can carry on and present your presentation now.
Okay, ma'am.
Alluvial soils are formed due to the sill deposition of Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra rivers. Due to the actions of waves, some alluvial deposits are found in coastal regions. Alluvial soils cover up to 15 lakh square kilometer or 46% of the total area. This soil supports more than 40% of the population by providing the most important agricultural land in India. Alluvial soils are deposited by surface water. We can find them in rivers, floodplains, deltas, stream terraces and areas called alluvial fans. According to Matthew, this is a very important category of soils. They provide many functions in our ecosystems. Alluvial soils remove sediments and nutrients flowing in the adjacent water. They can also remove other contaminants from rivers, improve the water quality for downstream communities. Alluvial soils are rich in nutrients, minerals, and they are highly fertile and good crop soil. It contains gravel, sand, and silt. The chemical content of the soil will mainly depend on where it is located. They yield splendid crops of rice, wheat, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, jute, maize, oilseed, vegetables, and fruits. Farmers generally like alluvial soil because they can grow any type of crop on it. Thank you.
As we can see, alluvial soil is light, porous and tillable and therefore used by many farmers in the cultivation of banana, paddy and coconut and so on.
Let us look at the important features of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is mainly formed because of the deposits of river lodes as the rivers flow from their upper course to their lower course. Alluvial soil is light and porous, therefore easy to plow. It's highly fertile and contains many essential minerals such as phosphoric acid, lime, and potassium. According to age, alluvial soil can be classified as old alluvial, which is Bangar, and new alluvial, Kadar. In dry areas, alluvial soil is more alkaline. Let us look at the locational features of alluvial soil in India. In India, alluvial soil is mainly formed by the deposition of rivers, three major Himalayan rivers, which are Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. The extensive northern plain and eastern plain are made up of alluvial soil. Also, the deltas of Krishna, Godavari, Mahanadi, and Kaveri are also made of alluvial soil. State-wise, alluvial soil is found in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and Assam.
Now, according to the farmers here, Alluvial soil is generally Bhadar or Kadar. Bhadar is the old alluvial soil and the Kadar is the new alluvial soil which we can see here. Here is alluvial soil. If we look at the characteristic features of alluvial soil, it has sand, silt and clay, and therefore it is considered one of the most fertile soils in India. It has ample amounts of potassium, phosphoric acid and lime, and therefore it is used by most farmers in India to cultivate sugarcane, banana and paddy, as we can see here. Now alluvial soil is found in the deposits of rivers like Ganga and Brahmaputra in the northern plain, but here in Coimbatore it is usually found near other rivers that surround Coimbatore like Noyal, Bhavani and Silva.
Alluvial soils are flat and regular soils and are best suited for agriculture. They are also best suited to irrigation and respond well to canal irrigation. They yield splendid crops of rice, wheat, jute, cotton, tobacco, oilseeds, sugarcane, fruits and vegetables. The two important food crops are rice and wheat. Rice. It is the staple food of a majority of people in our country. India is the second largest producer of rice after China. Rice is a kharif crop and requires high temperature and high rainfall for its growth. Wheat. Wheat is the second important crop after rice. It is a rabi crop and requires cool growing season and bright sunshine for its growth. It is the main food crop in north and northwestern parts of our country. The two important non-food crops are cotton and jute. Cotton. India is believed to be the original home of the cotton plant. Cotton is an important raw material for the textile industry. This kharif crop requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. It requires about 6 to 8 months to mature. Jute. Jute is also known as the golden fiber. It requires high temperatures for its growth. Due to its expensive costs, it is losing markets to synthetic fibers and packing materials, particularly to nylon.
Of alluvial soil in India. They are found in eastern coastal plains of India, particularly in the deltas of river Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri river. These are generally rich in phosphoric acid, lime and potash, which make it ideal for growing sugarcane, paddy, wheat and other cereal crops. Existence of alluvial soil in India. Alluvial soils are formed mainly to silt deposited by Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra rivers. They are largest soil groups covering about 15 lakh square kilometer, which is about 46 total area. They support more than 40% of Indian population by providing most productive agricultural land.
That was a really nice presentation, guys. I really appreciate all the efforts y'all have put in, right from discussing the planning and y'all going back and recording and all of that. Great efforts put in, really nice. But you guys missed out a main thing. You guys did not mention about soil conservation that is really important for the youth to know today. So, okay, let me brief you all about it. So, very common ways of soil conservation is afforestation and crop rotation, by using crop rotation and by checking on overgrazing. And also, there's one thing that fascinates me a lot, by using early maturing crops. Yes. So, you can also conserve soil by windbreak systems, constructing dams, and all of that. I guess I've already told that. So you all can also spread awareness. Like this is we are doing at school level. You all can go and do it in society level and then make blogs and post it online. So you all can help aware more people. So yes, but very great presentation, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, students. You guys can move on for your next classes. Well done.